Hello and welcome to my channel. So this is part 2 of my Sims 3 custom interaction tutorial. In the previous tutorial, we learned how to create and add our own interaction to the game. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to restrict an interaction, meaning preventing the interaction from showing up based on the Sim's occult type or skill level or age. We're going to do that using the test method of the interaction definition class. So first, I'm going to make it so that this interaction can only be used by teenagers. If actor.simDescription.teen, then inside the curly brackets, return true. And then outside the curly brackets, type return false. So this means that if a teenager is using this interaction, then it will show up, but otherwise it will not appear. Okay, now let's compile and test it out. So as you can see, the teenager is able to use this interaction, but other age groups can't. Now let's say that I want this interaction to only be usable if the sim is using it on themselves. To do that, type inside these curly brackets if actor equals to target, return true. We use 2 equals to sign here because this is a comparison. If I say a equals to 3, that means a's value is now 3. But if I say a equals to 3, it means it's asking whether a's value is 3 or not. In this case, we are asking if the actor and target are the same sim. So that means whether the sim is using this interaction on themselves or on some other sim. Now let's say that I don't want this interaction to appear when the sim is sleeping or swimming. So type if actor dot is sleeping or actor dot posture is swimming in pool. Return false. We're getting an error with swimming in pools. That's because we have to add using simstree.gameplay.pools to our project. These two vertical lines means OR. This code is basically saying that if the sim is sleeping or swimming, then we return false, as in make the interaction not appear. So, as you can see, this interaction is only appearing when this teenage sim is clicking on herself. And if we make her use this interaction while she's swimming or sleeping, then this interaction does not show up. This test method runs every time you click on a sim. It runs to check if this interaction should appear or not. If it was an object interaction, then it would run every time you click on that object. The test method also runs when your sim is trying to use this interaction autonomously. Another way to restrict an interaction is the add interaction method we created. Let's say that I want this interaction to only be usable on vampires. So inside this add interaction method, we're going to add if sim.simDescription.isVampire, and now add this sim.addInteraction method inside these curly brackets. Now let's test and see if it worked. So as you can see, this sim is able to use this interaction because she is a vampire. But this other guy is a regular sim, and so he can't use this interaction. And now we're going to use Enra's master controller to turn this guy into a vampire as well. So now that he's a vampire, we're going to test to see if the interaction appears on him now. This interaction is still not appearing even though he is a vampire now. So why is that? That's because unlike the test method, the add interaction method is only running once. In our case, that is during the world load. So it doesn't matter if the sim becomes a vampire after the world loads, or if the sim loses their vampire status after the world loads. If the interaction was added during world load, then it will stay added until you quit the game and restart. That's the main difference between test method and add interactions method when it comes to adding restrictions to your interaction. Another difference is that the restriction in add interaction method can only check for target sim and not the actor sim. So it can only check who the interaction is being used on and not who is using the interaction. The test method is more versatile and useful, but as it runs on every click or every autonomous use, having too many interactions from expansions and stuff packs and mods might cause some lag. I personally haven't experienced any issues despite having a lot of mods and all of the expansions. It is up to you, the mod author, to determine the best way to add these restrictions through planning and lots of trial and error. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye.